Hello, welcome back to my channel. Happy August. I know it's been a week now, but still. I'm filming this in the first few days of the month. I'm a bit late. I wasn't sure what I was going to read. There's quite a few books on hold at the library and stuff like that, so it's again looking a bit like a pile of possibilities slash kind of trying to finish some books that I started in June and July. So yeah, here is my August TBR. First, there are a couple of books that I started, like I said, mostly in July. So I've mentioned this one before, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is one of the rereads I wanted to do this year, and my best friend Glenn Tush actually saying she bought it because I mentioned it, and we're sort of buddy reading it on the Storygraph. But she's already finished, like she struggled, I think, once she got to halfway to stop, and I'm taking it a bit more relaxed, especially because I've read it before, but I'm making my way through. So I was, exactly halfway at the end of July, so I'm just hoping to finish it at the beginning of August, and so I'm really enjoying it up to now. I also started in July Code Dependent by Mahumita Murgia, and this is a book that was longlisted and shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction. It's about AI, which is really interesting. I saw my library had a copy, like an ebook copy, and I was like, I'll get it. It's available. I'll get it. I'll start reading it, and it's just so interesting. I'm taking it very slowly. The chapter on AI and basically revenge porn and all of that was really like concerning and I had to like take time reading it because I was literally like so mad reading that. So yeah, it's a bit of like one that's making me think a lot. My husband actually recently wrote a chapter for a book about AI for his job, and so we've been talking about it, and it's really interesting. So I can see why, like at the beginning, I think when it was longlisted, I was like, oh, it doesn't really interest me. But now I'm just like, oh my gosh, like every chapter is a section. Like there was one I'm currently finishing is about health. There was one obviously on the body, about society, and it just keeps going in these different aspects of our life and how AI is coming in with the negative and kind of, I guess, positive impact that AI can also have in our lives and in our society. So yeah, a really interesting one up to now. I think I'm halfway through. So again, I'm hoping to finish the other half in August. All the other books, have I started them? A few of them. But anyway, the other one that I've just picked up from the library is Thunderclap by Laura Cumming, and this was also shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Nonfiction. I'm basically trying to finish reading the shortlist, so next will be How to Save Babylon. I think I'm only getting that one in September from the library. So yeah, at the moment focusing on this one. Last night I read the first 30 pages, so I think it's only 240 pages, so yeah, it's reading quite quickly. It's really funny because at first I saw it was like, obviously it's paperback, and it was quite small, so I was like, oh, perfect. But then I got it in my hand and I was like, oh my god, it's heavy. But it's like the stock of each page is really, I guess it's good quality, like it's really thick. I keep being like, oh, I must have skipped a page. And no, the pages are that heavy. I think that's why the book feels hefty even though it's not even 300 pages. But anyway, details of books. So I'll be reading this in August, or in the first half anyway. We'll see how it goes. Obviously I'm trying to read both at the same time, and I do struggle to read two print at the same time. Like it's best to, but because this is fiction, this is non-fiction, a bit of both is good. Then I have 3 audiobooks that I'm thinking of diving in and out of. So I think I mentioned for my July TBR Burnham Wood by Leonard Catton, but I ended up really not being in a good mood for it, so I returned it to the library, and now I put a hold on it again. So now the library hold has just come back, so I'll try to read it this month. And yeah, I have to say, like, it's not super interesting to me because I listened to the first like 10, 15, 20%, whatever it was, and I was just like, I'm really struggling to care for it. So yeah, but I'm hoping with an audiobook like it goes a bit easier, you know, especially if I'm going to be doing some painting and stuff. Like another one is One of the Good Guys by Araminta Hall. This was also a hold from the library audio that I put, I want to say in May. So the fact that again I got it now, I feel like I need to listen to it, because if not I might not get it until October, November, December, whatever. So yeah, it's quite short, this one, so I think it'll be quick and easy to listen to. But I have just finished Good Material by Dolly Alderton, which is very like nice guy-y, and I am struggling with more of that. So I started listening to this one and I was like, I just don't want to be in the head of those guys, you know what I mean? Anyway, and finally the last audiobook that I have, also from the library. Why is it from the library? No, actually it's from NetGalley, and I'm late because it came out in June, is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I've loved some of her previous books, so that's why every time I see her name I'm like, oh, very intrigued by this new one. Again, it's another one that I started maybe like 20% and I still struggle to care. So again, another one that I'm like, but because I'm on NetGalley, I do try to finish the arcs on NetGalley to try to be able to give a proper review. So yeah, so 3 audio, I feel like that's not too bad. So yeah. And finally, the last category of books I would like to maybe add to my pile of possibilities / TBR for August is books for the Booker Prize. And that I've been struggling with because basically I have access to none of these books. I would have to purchase them. I've put a hold on, at first my library only had 3, like on the first day and the day after they announced the long list, and I put a hold on all of them, but I was like 3rd or 4th, so I might not get them till the prize is announced, like the winner. But the next day I went in and they'd acquired quite a few more of the books, some of which I was really interested in, with like Orbital by Samantha Harvey, Headshot by Rita Bullwinkle. But someone had already taken it. I think it must be the librarians, which fair on them to get first dib. I was like, I've been on it every day and I can't believe it's just been added and it's already taken. But I'm on the hold. It's potential that I'll get a few of them before the end of August. I might be able to kind of read one toward the end of the month, but we'll see. That's always kind of pile of possibilities, this, because don't know. The one I'm very interested in is obviously James by Percival Everett. I really love Everett's in the past. I think I'm 4th on the hold list for this one. I might see if like I'm like on BookBee and I think they have audio on that one, so I might see if that could be part of my kind of monthly allowance of hours or whatever. So yeah, we'll see about this one. My library has not acquired Wandering Stars by Tommy Orange, but they have there, and people have said that they're quite connected, those books, so I might get there and see how I kind of go on with that, like if I feel like reading it or if I want to, like, actually, because I have quite a few of them that I might be getting in the next few weeks, I might see if I might just read a little start at each and see which one really kind of sticks with me. I'm not planning on reading the whole long list, obviously, and also I want to get back to reading the books I want to read. I've been reading a lot of prize books because I finished Women's Prize for Fiction and I dove straight into Women's Prize for Non-Fiction, and I'm still reading through that. Like I mentioned, I have Thunderclap and I have How to Say Babylon next, so that's quite. Oh, and I'm reading Codependent as well, so so yeah, the Booker might we might see when the shortlist is announced in September how I kind of pursue that. But yeah, so that's kind of my pile of possibilities for the month. You know, some print books, some audiobooks, some Booker books. We'll see about that section if I do come into possession of them. So yeah, I want to have quite a chill month of reading. I'm sort of back on PhD thinking and mindset and mind being full, so that's why I need to kind of reel it in a little bit. In July I was most on holiday and I read a lot, but now I need to kind of and also yeah, with the start of the academic year, I guess, stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you have a lovely month of August, reading wise and otherwise. What are you most looking forward to reading? Let me know. And if you've read any of the books that I mentioned, you know, of the books especially that I've said, oh, I'm not really connecting, should I bother? Let me know what you thought of them, you know, Burnham Wood and The Midnight Feast and stuff like that. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you back. Bye.